Oh, my son is home from walking the dog. I was hoping to get this done before he came home. Well, we'll see how far we get. You hear the dogs barking? I do. Hiya, dishies. Thank you so much for stopping by this morning, afternoon, whatever it might be where you are. How are you? Thank you all so much for watching my channel and leaving comments. I just love you all so much. I really, truly do. You are amazing. If this is your first time to my channel, I'm Dot and this is Dotlikesred, and we hang out here in my parlor and look at stuff that I found while I was thrifting. And that's what we're gonna do today. I went to Goodwill and Sally Army like I always do. I'm getting kind of bored of my usual places. What about you? Do you get bored of your usual places? Do you take little day trips and go a little bit out of your area just to find new places? Leave a comment below and let me know, what your thrifting habits are. I would really love to know that. I just feel like I'm in a little bit of a funk, not because there's not good things in the stores, but I don't know, I just sometimes want to change a pace. So I have a small haul today, and then coming up I have a bigger haul where I found some really good stuff and I'm really excited to share it with you. But I did find some good stuff while I went out. Yeah, I didn't do any filming while I was out. The thrift stores have been really crowded lately. Everything's so expensive and people are looking to save a few pennies, like me. And if you remember my last Sally Army haul where I did take you on a thrift along, I showed you this little creamer in the video, and I did not buy it that day, but I was thinking about it, and I, in my own mind, I decided that it was from some fancy restaurant, a long time ago, and I'm deciding that it's vintage. I think it's bone china. I don't think you can tell, but from the video, but you can see, your hand behind the china there. It's got some nice gilding on it. It's marked in gold at the bottom. I didn't try to look it up, but I'm imagining a hotel, a nice restaurant in a nice hotel somewhere, I don't know, anytime more than 30 years ago. So I did go back and pick it up. It was $1. What was it? It was $1.99. Oh, this one was 50% off, so I only paid $1 for it. Yeah, so I bought that, and I'll be listing that. Do you like it? Did you get your cuppa? Get your cuppa, your coffee or your tea or your iced tea. I was gonna say I'll wait for you, but you can just pause the video. I know I just bought a bundt pan that I showed you because mine is trash now, but I saw this one and it was brand new. It still had the paper in it here. It's just made by Good Cook, and that's a company that you see at every department store, Walmart, probably at Target. It's even at the grocery store, when you go to the little cooking supplies at the grocery store. And it was brand new and kind of this pretty cranberry color. And I thought, this is probably the one that I would actually use more than the other one. I just feel like things might stick on that vintage one, but I still like the vintage one. This was, and these sell for anywhere between like $13 and $17 new, depending where you buy it. And I paid for this. What did I pay for this? I didn't write it down. Oh, I did write it down. I paid $1.99 for this. Good Cook bundt pan or fluted baking pan. I guess bundt is a copyrighted word. I just learned that. Anyhow, I saw this little Anchor Hocking vase. It's one of the small little short bud vases, and I have one in, it's forest green by Anchor Hocking, and it does have, sometimes these little vases do have the little anchor symbol on the bottom. And this one did. I have a red one also and thought that might be nice to list as a set in the shop. They'd be pretty to put out for the holidays. I have used the red one that I found in the last year, and I decided it was time to list it together with this one. They don't sell that much, and these were made from the 50s to the 70s. Also found this pretty little tin. Isn't that cool? It is so 70s to me. I don't know when it was actually made. It says Ira, Denmark on the bottom. It's definitely vintage, and this would be, you know, this would be a great little tin to store your, you know, your cloth napkins in, or what else could you put in? Your makeup in here. You know what this would also be good for is to keep your ephemera. You know, just keep all your vintage postcards and papers in there, and then when you're ready to use them, you can take them out. You can keep photographs in there. It's just a nice little tin, a nice little shape, and of course you can put a nut bread in there and give it to a friend. And this was 99 cents, 99 cents. And then I went to Goodwill. First thing, totally boring. I bought a package of these glue sticks. I think there were 3 glue sticks in there, and they were $1.39. And my son uses these more than he uses soap. We'll just say that. And I saw these 2 sets of dishes. Peter Rabbit. There's a mug. I got 2 sets of these. There's a baby feeding dish, and these are really nice. They're made heavy on the bottom, and you can even warm it up, and then, you know, the food is easy to get to in there and then cools off because there's a nice surface area. And Robin is really into Peter Rabbit right now. And I asked her if she wanted these sets. They were $6.99 each, which is kind of high, but if they're for her, and I think they're new. These are not vintage or anything. And here's the plate. Aren't they so cute? They say Wedgwood, made in England. I'll let you see the back there. So I got 2 sets of those. Of course, they're exactly the same. And look, little Peter's in there. So I think her and her husband are planning to use these just for themselves. They don't have babies. I've seen this on another shopping trip to Goodwill, and I didn't get it, and then I went back and got it. And it is an art print from the 1970s by George Olsen. And I'm guessing this is one of those woodblock prints. Did you ever make those when you were in school? I remember making one year. They're like a block of wood that's covered with like a piece of linoleum, and then you trace a picture onto it, and then you carve out a little picture, and then you put paint or ink on it, and you stamp things with it. And I remember doing an angel and making Christmas cards with those when I was in like 4th grade or something. And this reminded me of that. Isn't that cool? And so it says George Olsen. It says George Olsen, 1977. And it says 38 out of 54. And it's very nicely framed here in a completely vintage frame. And it has the original paper on it, someone's hacked at it or it's gotten poked at. Even the hanging wire is in good condition, and this is where it was framed. I did try to look up George Olsen, and he does have artwork that's been sold anywhere from, you know, $14 or $15 all the way up to $200 something dollars. I can't remember now. But I could not find any information about him except that he is an artist, you know, a modern artist. And yeah, I couldn't find any information about him, but I thought this was really nice and springy and a signed artwork that I think someone would be really happy to have. This would look great in a mid-century house with all the teak furniture and mid-century items. I think this would look really great. Or cottagecore. It's so cute. And then the last thing I got, I just, you know, sometimes you're just walking along like the same way I found that uranium glass bowl, and then you look up, you thought you had looked somewhere, and then you look again and there's a great item there. Well, then I did that. I walked down an aisle I had already been to, and then I found this. This is another Anchor Hocking piece, a ruby red ball pitcher or jug. And yeah, it has the spout on the tilt like that with the ice lip. It is in beautiful condition. I love the ribbed handle and the ribbing around the rim here. It's a nice size. I'd say this is probably about 4 cups. It's not terribly big. It's just the right size. Love it. Love it. And that was $2.99. It's great, and I love it. It doesn't sell for very much, maybe $15 or so, and I probably will sell it, but I think it's fabulous. And that is all I have. I appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget, there's still, I don't know when I'm going to get this video out, but don't forget, you still have until the 6th to leave a comment for the drawing for the uranium glass bowl. If you did not see that video, or you forgot, or you didn't get your notifications, be sure to click the notification bell. You can click all personalized or no notifications, I think. Don't click personalized, because I think all that means is if I send you a personal video, which I'm not likely to do, that you'll get a notification. Just click all, so you'll get all notifications. I don't post too many videos, so I won't be bombarding you, but please go to the video for Dot's monthly giveaway and leave a comment if you haven't already to be entered in the drawing. I'll do the draw on Saturday the 7th. And someone will win that beautiful uranium glass bowl. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Come back for my next big haul. Take care. Ta. You know what I actually think this would be good for, and what it kind of reminds me of? In your bathroom, for those of a certain age, you could keep your sanitary napkins in there. What do you think? Is that totally inappropriate for YouTube? Is it? I don't know.